Good morning. How are you? I hope you are doing well. I want you all to know I love you. I'm thinking of you. I try to do and say things that hopefully you can relate to and make sense of. If you talk to God, I know you will. Um, what I'm going to talk today about in this episode of God and Man is the journey that I got to go on. I don't talk about a lot about this because it's so hard to explain. Um, it's like you're there. All of you are connected. I mean, you are still you. You have a form. You're in a form, which is the form you're used to. But you can see all kinds of things, and time is insignificant. You can be anywhere in a moment or in a second. Um, there are no limitations to where you can go. Uh, I remember seeing the beginning and how people were all together. We were all in God. We were one with God. We were all part of God. And we all worked for each other and God to make everything greater. That's what we did. And then it showed me how we were divided and some were separated. And the separation was not to punish. The separation was to show why we all worked for each other and for God. It wasn't a punishment, it was a completion of teaching us how to do what we really needed to do, which is to take care of each other and to improve the quality of everything that God gives us. That's what we were supposed to do. But this place is so hard to explain. Some people, and I know it's not unique to me because some people have called what they call the Akashic Record, which is the same experience. All the knowledge of everybody who's ever been or ever will be is there. Psychics or people with psychic ability seem to be able to tap in and on a very limited level to this place. And by doing so, you can move around in time and not go anywhere. It's kind of hard to explain, like I said. Uh, you physically don't have to go anywhere, but spiritually and mentally, you can go anywhere. It's just like when we lay down and we take a dream or we take a sleep and we have dreams. We didn't go anywhere, but in our mind we did, in our hearts we did. It's similar to that. The only difference is you're complete and you feel complete. You feel the completeness. You feel your limbs, you feel everything, even more than you normally do. I look at it as God's way of just showing me what is to come and what is to be. That this doesn't end. We don't end. He doesn't end. We get better at what we do. We help each other and we improve the quality of life. Or we separate ourselves from it and we don't know any of it. That's what I got to see. That's the purpose of this place. Are you going to move on and be part of this heaven? Are you going to be one who will help each other, who will serve with each other and love each other, and not accuse each other or blame each other? And rather than look for blame, look for ways to apply what everybody brings to the table to make it better. And the difference is because you don't blame, you don't accuse. but you do hold people accountable to what they bring to the table. So if somebody brings to the table things that divide or separates or hurts, you don't include them. They're excluded. That's how it works. They get excluded because they've judged themselves to be excluded. So they will be. You know, we worry so much in this place about how other people see us. No. Worry in this place about how you see yourself and how you are doing what God gave you to do. That's what you need to worry about, not what other people see or what other people think. It doesn't really matter. It's not going to affect you on Judgment Day. What you do and what you think, that does affect you. See, Judgment Day is not one specific day. It's your whole life. Every second of every day, you judge yourself by what you do. The difference is, we look at things and we say there's a day or a time for this specific thing. God says no. Every moment of every day, you've already done this. You're going to be held accountable for it. What you do is up to you. The penalty you pay for it is also going to be up to you. If you're going to separate yourself, you will be separate. You can make it as miserable, as horrible as people could imagine. But it's up to you. It's not up to me. Even God says, I don't want that for you, but if that's what you want, okay. And He gives you what you set yourself up for. That's not hate. That's love. I am going to let you hurt yourself if you really want to. But I'm going to try to avoid you. I'm going to try to advise you not to do that. But if you choose to do it, okay? That's love. A love of a nature that we don't understand. So what then did Jesus do? Jesus completed that love because He gave it to you. He said, if you understand what I'm telling you, if you know and your heart is glad because of God and His love for you, and if you will live like you should be trying to live in heaven, and not accuse each other, but forgive each other, to understand what worth and value is, which is the gift that God gave you. That's what's worth something. Not to throw it away. Don't squander it. Don't sacrifice it. Don't give it to anybody else. Don't expect other people to do for you what you don't do for yourself. If you do these things, if you live as He told you to, then you have one key ingredient that nobody else would have, except people who believe as you do and who have done as I'm telling you. That is, Jesus paid the price. Doesn't mean you don't make mistakes. Everybody makes mistakes. But it says those mistakes are paid for. Forgive yourself, because your judgment of yourself is what's going to count. That's what you're going to be held responsible for. And if you don't think that taking care of others isn't judging yourself, think again. Taking care of others is the only way to take care of yourself. It's the only way to improve the value that God gave you. If you want to throw it away, that's up to you. But I know what's coming for everybody. Yes, people could say, well, it was a dream. You dreamed this. Okay. If that's what you think. The difference is I could feel. I could feel everything and more. I knew. That's not a dream. I've had some dreams. They're not good, always, and they're not bad. They're dreams. But this was knowing. knowing in your heart, in your mind, and in your soul. This is a form of knowing, unlike anything I can explain to you. We don't have enough words because what you can see is so endless. And it all works together. It all goes hand in hand. Even the nature of things around us work to accomplish the same goal, which is to give you the ability to judge yourself. It all works the same way. If you do good, good things will happen. If you do bad, bad things are going to happen. If you try to cheat the system, it won't let you. You try to cheat the system by trying to put responsibility for what you do on other people. It doesn't work that way. Only you have the feelings you get as a result of what you do. That's your judgment of yourself. If you feel bad, you deserved it. If you feel good, you deserve that too. Because you're being a good child of God. That's what being a prince is all about. Learning how to be a king. That's what being a prince is. A principality is the things that you learned and you take into yourself and you hold on to. That's your principality. I hope that all of you get to experience this kind of journey. It is beyond explaining. It is a gift that is just amazing. And it gives you nothing but understanding and love. But it is the most important one. I can only pray for you. And I hope you pray with me. And I hope each and every one of you get this kind of a journey. Because it is such a gift that I can't even explain it. I love you. Have a great day. I'll see ya.